Well, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. So today we have a bit of like Mail Day Monday, and we also have a CGC submission update. So you guys saw all these before. These are all the cards that I'm sending in for my CGC submission. I did a whole video on this. I'm going to kind of breeze through it again. But this here, so one of the viewers and one of my previous customers reached out to me on Instagram, and we've been trying to work this out for a while now, but yeah, so we're finally going to make it happen. So they reached out and said, hey, I know you do, you've been getting your own stuff submitted and graded. Would you be able to do my stuff? So try to work out some pricing and all that. And yeah, so here we go. This is going to be their first submission. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to my existing order here. Obviously, I know what cards are mine, what cards are theirs. It won't be an issue. So we're gonna look and we're gonna take a look and see what they sent over. I kind of got some pictures sent over before, but I want to see them in person. I'll give my opinions on them, and then, like I said, when all this stuff comes back, we'll do a review, see how everything got graded, and then obviously I will send these back over to Cassie all the way in Anaheim, California. So thank you for trusting me with your stuff. I won't let you down, I promise. Let's take a look and see, because we got stuff flipped over both ways. There's tape on all this stuff, so I'm just trying to be as careful as I can. So this Crobat V Max, I want to start off with this because this one looked very, very interesting in the pictures. And there's also this really cool Magmar, first edition, from Neo Destiny Discovery. I always mess those up. But yeah, some really, really cool stuff in here. And so part of the discussion that we had, and again, it was just me trying to be honest and upfront. And this is how anyone that's doing any of these middleman services should be. Obviously, I can't guarantee any grades for stuff, right? Like, I can give you my opinion. I can tell you how I think they're going to do. But, I'm not the grading company. I don't work for CGC or PSA or Beckett or any of them. Ooh, beautiful card. Yeah, I don't work for any of these companies. So all I can do is just, be honest with you and tell you, hey, if there's cards you want to get graded, I have no problem. I will get them graded for you. Now, how they come back, it's completely up to the grading company. But we talked over and said, hey, they understand, like, this is just stuff that they've wanted to get graded, which is awesome. I mean, communication obviously helps in this whole process, but the bottom is taped as well. So, but yeah, it definitely made this whole thing a lot easier as I'm spoiling more and more cards. Definitely made this easier. And again, anyone else that wants to go through this process, obviously I will drop Cassie's Instagram here. So once this whole process goes through and everything works out, she can give you her experience, or they can give you their experience on how everything went. And again, I think my pricing that I have set up right now is pretty fair. The only other thing we need to figure out, and again, it's mainly just because I haven't got to that point, is the shipping. But yeah, we'll get to that hopefully today, because I want to try and get the stuff out either today or early as I can tomorrow. But anyway, let's take a look at the stuff that we have here. I think they sent over 8 or 10 cards, so not anything, not a huge submission from their end, but let's take a look and see. So this Crobat here is very, very interesting, and I wanted to get to this because I feel like the pictures didn't do it justice. So it looks like regular Crobat V, right? Now flip it over. So look at this. So they pulled the card out of this pack just like this. It's not scuffed. It's not, you know what I mean? It's just like that. It almost looked like the hollow was on the back side of the card. And again, it doesn't feel like there's texture on it, which that's why I immediately thought it was. And there's still texture on this side, but yeah, they pulled it from the pack this way. So I'm going to try and submit this and see what, CGC says about it. It's definitely never seen anything like this. I mean, I guess I have with cards that were really, really damaged, but this card's in, pretty great condition. Again, they pulled it out of the pack that way. So interested to take a look at that. Let me just put it in one of these sleeves, so save myself some time a little bit later. So I do have CGC's little card sleeves here. These work perfect for their the hard plastic. So it goes like that, and then you just feed that into like one of these. So I might as well just do this and get it set up. I won't do it for all these, but just show you an example. So it'd go in there like that, so they have something to pull on, and then there you go. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out. Again, I've never seen anything like that before. I thought it was pretty crazy, and I said, hey, if you want to send it over, go right ahead. I'll obviously submit it. So let's take a look and see these next couple cards. Obviously, we've already seen some of them. Ooh, man, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling all kinds of stuff. So this Muck here looks absolutely amazing. This is obviously from Legend Master all the way back from 2006, I think that says. It is a holo, really, really nice holo there. At least from what I can see here, and again, I'll do a little bit further look after this, but I don't really see any like major scratches on the holo. Centering appears to be fine. And the back looks really, really clean. That's why I'm kind of touching. I mean, a little bit of whitening up here, but looks like a really, really good card. So I'm excited to see how this one's going to play out. Again, this is just my assessment. There's probably people that have a way better eye than I do with this kind of stuff. But again, just I wanted to set the realistic expectation and just, you know, obviously hope for the best, especially with my own cards. Like, I looked through all these very thoroughly. I had someone else check them, but there could be stuff that I missed. It happens, but especially when I'm dealing with a customer, it's not my own stuff. I just want there to be just honesty all around. So this absolutely beautiful card here, Pikachu V. I think I either just sold mine or I have the Japanese version I just sold, but an absolutely amazing card. I'm going to slide this out because there is one behind it. All right, cool. So they put this in its own little sleeve already. I'll move this over to the other one. But again, great looking card, great looking artwork. Looks like it's shifted a little bit from like top to bottom. But flip over to the back. Oh, it looks pretty clean. Again, maybe this is just some of the dust and stuff from in here, but definitely a good looking card. I'm going to try and get this out as safely as I can. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be adding these cards to my submission. I'll do all the paperwork, get everything packaged up, which is pretty straightforward. I already have all the boxes and stuff from CGC. So I'll just get everything prepped, get the order form filled out, get that printed out, get it put in the box, and then I'll ship it out. Especially because I do live somewhat close to CGC. Unfortunately, I don't have the membership where I can just go and drop it off. But yeah, it should be a very quick turnaround, so hopefully it is. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this comes back, and then obviously get these cards back to the customer. So this one you kind of already saw already, but a very, very nice Charizard reverse. This is from Evolutions. Obviously you can see it's a bit off center here. I'm really hoping, I was kind of telling them about this, maybe we can get the off center grade on this, which would be really, really nice, especially if everything else is really, really good shape. But yeah, it's front to back. Obviously it's really, really off centered. So maybe we can get the OC grade on this. Fingers crossed. I really hope we can get it. Next, we have the Mewtwo Alt Art, and of course, one of the few cards I still need to pull for the set, but this is the Alt Art Mewtwo from Pokemon Go, an absolutely beautiful card. I did have this in Japanese, got it graded, sold it off, so definitely need to get one for myself, especially this English variant, but it looks really, really nice. Again, centering looks pretty solid, maybe shift a little bit from bottom to top, but yeah, I mean, again, there's really no whitening on this card. It's absolutely beautiful, so I'm doing my best to keep it in that same condition. And that's the other reason why I'm doing this too. And again, just to cover my bases, just in case something happens to this card between right now and when CGC gets it, grades, and sends it back, there's at least video evidence, right? So it covers me, it protects the customer as well. So, you know, there can't be any situation where like, oh, you damaged my card, you ruined my stuff. And it's like, no, I showed everything, everything's been, you know, there's video evidence of everything. So, and again, it's just for my protection and, you know, just again, so everyone's covered. So let's flip this over. Absolutely beautiful. So again, obviously one of my favorite Pokemon here, but the Dragonite V-Star also from Pokemon Go. Absolutely beautiful card here. Looks like, I don't know, centering maybe a little bit shifted down, you know, top to bottom a little bit, but it's absolutely beautiful looking card. Definitely one of my favorites. I have this in English and Japanese. I want to get my own graded soon just to keep it in the collection, but I did have some graded, and I'm pretty sure they were sold off already, but an absolutely beautiful card. Super excited to get that graded for you. So we saw this one before. Man, it's kind of hard not to spoil these, but let's get this Magmar out and take a look at it. Obviously, we have that beautiful, amazing, the art rare from V-Star Universe, and we'll talk about art rares here in a second because you're probably like, what the hell is that? Never heard of that before. So again, first edition Magmar, I want to say that's Neo Discovery. If I'm wrong, it's probably Neo Destiny. But again, looks like it's a little bit off center here. This card is all the way from the year 2000. It's pretty cool looking at a card that's, you know, 22 years old, 23 years old. And it's still in really, really good shape. Again, it's off center, a little bit of whitening, but I've seen some cards this old that are absolutely thrashed. So very, very nice. Again, first edition stamp on there. Interested to see if we can get a good grade on that. Again, maybe, I know in some cases where they're really, really off-centered, you can score that grade. I don't know what the actual parameters are. I don't use the same like instruments and stuff that they have there at the facility, so I can only guesstimate. All right, on to the next. Absolutely beautiful Charizard GX, all the way back from Burning Shadows. I remember pulling a bunch of these cards, but I never got a chance to pull the rainbow. Looks like centering shifted from bottom to top, but outside of that, I mean, I don't really see anything major on this one. Back looks really, really nice as well, so hopefully get a good solid grade on that. And again, I know they weren't super concerned about the grades themselves. It's just more about getting the card secured, and that's kind of what I want to do with my own collection. You guys have seen my collection, which has been building up over time, but if I ever do get around to grading my own stuff, I just want it graded just for the sake of it, you know, being protected in that case. If it grades high, that's awesome. If it grades low, I really don't care. It's just, again, I want it to be protected in those really, really nice cases. So here we go. So again, this is a brand new art style. We should see either this exact card or a variant of this in Crown Zenith. So a little bit of a preview here, but this is the Mew. This is the art rare. They did this specifically so it's not your character rares. It's not your character secret rares. It's not an alt art. It's your art rare. So again, Mew is the focal point, but there's so many other Pokemon on here. This looks absolutely beautiful. Again, card looks immaculate. I don't see any major issues. That's just part of the sleeve right there at the top. Yeah, you can see a little indent right there on the sleeve. It would be sick to see one of these in a 10, especially because it's a very, very new card. I don't know how many high grades of this card have been submitted already, but yeah, hope for the best. And like I said, it'd be sick to see what we get. Of course, like I said, we'll do a recap once I get all the stuff back in. And then, of course, I'll ship it back over to the customer. So let's see what we have here. Oof, absolutely beautiful. I'm actually in an auction right now for this card. I think last time I checked, my bid was like 19, 20 bucks. So hopefully I can lock it in. But the shiny Charizard from V-Star Universe. Obviously, you guys have seen the Radiant Charizard from Pokemon Go. But obviously, this is a newer addition to that. They still might call it the Radiant Charizard. I don't know the translation, but maybe it'll say shiny. Maybe it'll be the Radiant. We'll have to wait just a few more days. But a absolutely beautiful card here. Again, super excited anytime I get to grade Charizards, especially brand new ones. Really hope for a good grade on that one. All right, so of course, you guys have seen this one before. I've graded these a bunch myself, English and Japanese. So let's see if I can get this out. Come on. But yeah, this is the Charizard character rare. And again, you can see by the bottom there, it says CHR. So there's new art rares. There's supposedly a whole nother different batch of those. Oh, I didn't move that Charizard into one of these sleeves, sorry. Let me go back and do that real quick. I got nervous, obviously it's a Charizard. It'd potentially be very, very expensive. I don't know where these are landing in terms of like their graded price, but I don't know. Obviously anything Charizard will go up in value over time. So, but yeah, so again, Charizard and Leon here, absolutely beautiful character rare. Looks like it's in really, really good shape. Yeah, I don't know what else to say besides that. It's an awesome card, and I'm interested to see how it's going to grade. All right, this should be the last card. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oof, absolutely beautiful. This is the Palkia V-Star. Obviously, it's the Japanese hyper rare, or I'm sorry, Japanese gold card. 86 of 67 ultra rare. Just an absolutely beautiful card. Looks like it has really, really great centering on there. The back, no real major complaints or anything that sticks out from there. So hopefully we can get an awesome grade on that. I would love to see get some 10s. Come on, trying to get this out of here. I would love to see some 10s come back, not only for the stuff that I'm submitting, but of course for this customer's cards to be huge. And then again, you know, once these get back, maybe we could do another submission at some point. Again, this is kind of just like a test run. And again, I've submitted stuff before, so it's not like I'm completely blind to how this works, but yeah, it's just the first time of me submitting someone else's stuff. So again, this is everything that they sent over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. That's fine. We'll make do. But yeah, super excited to get these submitted. Again, we will do a recap. Oh my goodness, come on. Once this stuff comes back, hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, and then again, you guys saw my submission of what I'm sending over, so super excited about that as well. So we have, what, 62 cards going out. I may try and find a couple more, round up to 65. But yeah, that's going to be an awesome submission. Again, thank you for trusting me with your cards. Again, I'm doing the best I can to take care of them on my end. Once they do ship out, obviously, I'll keep you in loop with the whole process. When it gets shipped back to me, obviously, I'll let you know before the video goes live, and then I'll send you the link. But yeah, this is it. I wanted to make this somewhat short and sweet, but wow, 15 minutes later. Time flies, huh? But yeah, so again, this is the first kind of middleman service I'm doing. If you guys are interested in this and you have stuff you want to send over, reach out to me on Instagram, leave a comment below. My email address is tied to my YouTube account as well, so you can find that in my About Me section. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, you know what to do, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.